Hello, and welcome back to Tech Tuesday. We've been talking quite a bit about Google Gemini, which is Google's AI program that's integrated right into Google Classroom. There's actually something new that they've recently come up with, which is creating an audio lesson. Essentially, this is creating a back and forth conversation between a teacher, in quotes, and a student, which would kind of sound like what a conversation would sound like about a new topic. In this case, I'm teaching about connotation and denotation tomorrow, and so I wanted to kind of plug this in and see what that would sound like. There's a number of different things that you can do after you've created this. You can maybe use it as a listening activity, sort of like a podcast activity where students would actually listen to this conversation, and they would have to take notes or write down parts of a guided listening activity, which we're going to talk more about next week. Or you can actually take this and put this into slides and sync the audio up with the slides. There's a number of different ways that you can go with this. Let's take a look at how to create it today, and then we're going to talk about some more practical applications later. I'll start off by going to Gemini, which is down here, and I'm going to create an audio lesson. I'm going to put in my target grade, which is 8th grade, my topic, which is connotation and denotation. It's going to generate some objectives for me. Students will be able to in that particular language. All right. Double check those, make sure those look okay. Then I can actually pick the voices. So I'll try this one.
Welcome. I'm here to...
All right. Well, I don't want to use that one with a female avatar.
Welcome. I'm here to guide you through the material. And
that one sounds a little bit better. I'm going to pick a voice for my student.
That sounds interesting.
Not that one. So let's use a different one here.
That sounds interesting. I'm ready to dive in. That sounds interesting.
All right, that all sounds good. So I'm going to generate that audio lesson, and this will actually create a back and forth conversation between a teacher and a student. We can kind of see that being generated right here. And then we can listen to it real quick.
hello. Today we are going to explore the secret power of words, focusing on how they can shape emotions and ideas far beyond their simple definitions.
And that is how the conversation sounds. Now, there's a couple different things that you can actually do with this after it's created. I can actually export the audio. So I'm going to export that to Drive. This will take a few minutes. And now I have the audio right here, which I will play for you so you can kind of hear what it sounds like with just the audio.
Hello. Today we are going to explore the secret power of words, focusing on how they can shape emotions and ideas far beyond their simple definitions.
And so we can hear that conversation back and forth. And then I can also generate some slides, and I can kind of time those slides to the audio.
We'll be looking at the difference between a word's literal meaning and the feelings it carries, and how this helps us understand writers better.
That sounds really interesting. I'm ready to learn. What's the first thing we'll look at?
We'll start with denotation. Denotation is simply the dictionary definition of a word, its literal, core meaning. Think of it as the cold, hard fact of what the word means. For example, the words house.
So you can actually do a number of different things with this. If you wanted to just create the audio, you could actually kind of create a little podcast, which would actually help students with their listening skills. I could also use those slides and actually do a screen recording, and I can put those all into an AI program and create sort of some guided listening activities, which we'll talk a little bit more about next week. Thank you for watching this edition of Tech Tuesday. If you have any questions or would like something to be covered in the future, let me know.